No, that's fine.
What was the other thing?
So we are live. We're here. Don't worry, banter is always a good feed in. Can I have that impression again? That was good.
Well, see, what we're going to have here, Jim, is that they fumbled the ball on the 12th, and they don't really know what they're doing. I lost it.
I was just talking to these guys about our new show that's possibly in the works with this cast specifically, and hopefully by the time we get to April, May and launch it, our chemistry will be stronger. My tech will be that much stronger. I won't have two Joes to rely on so much as a second edition rules loin crutch, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we're talking about a new show idea called RPG Raw. So that copyright mine. You people out there can't steal it. Where we talk about like the rules at large, that kind of thing, and how we're going about it. But tonight, gentlemen, lobster is on the menu. You've just met the sheriff. And thanks to a certain goblin's shenanigans, they believe they got the kill. Not you. No discount for you, sorry. I would like to advance time 24 hours and give you guys a much-deserved rest. So, allowing you guys to heal, whether you have to use up your own resources, wait the 70 minutes every time someone does, I want to say medical alert, a medicine check, or go down to the temple and, have the guards back you up and get a little bit of discounted healing, whatever it is. I am happy to declare, because we have actually spent 2 very long segments in 2 episodes of us just sitting there rolling dice to heal and fumbling over the rules. So you're all healed up. It's 24 hours later. And you have an appointment with the mayor of Otari. But before you go and see him, is there anything you guys want to do this merry morning as you're stretching out the scars, ripping off the bandages, lacquering up the weapons? Is there anything you guys need or want to do in your sort of downtime?
I'm spending some time in the morning preparing my infused reagents as a reset for the day. So I'm basically spending my normal time sequestering some off to be specific items and leaving some to be kind of floating.
Can you be more specific about how that works for your class?
So infused reagents is a class feature of the alchemist that we basically get our level plus our intelligence modifier per day of. At any point during the day, I can spend an infused reagent to create one alchemical item from the collection of alchemical items I know. When done in this way, they have the infused trait and only last for 1 round, I believe. However, at the beginning of the day, I can spend more time, like during my daily preparations, to spend infused reagents to create specific magical item or specific alchemical items. Those I get to create 2 per 1 infused reagent created, and they last basically until I get my infused reagents back. So okay. I spend the time during my preparations in the morning to be able to get more items. But if I leave infused reagents open on the table, I can create 1 for 1. When I spend the morning doing it, I create 2 for 1, but that locks in what those infused reagents are, as opposed to having the open infused reagents to kind of be like, oh, I need a lightning bottle. I'm going to do that.
Okay, but you can make this stuff portable, right? You can mix on the fly.
Yeah.
And that's the interact action you're doing during battle. Like the cool idea. I was bragging to my main cast about you and your healing potions, trying to turn them into holy water.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that was pretty cool.
I appreciate that.
Then I told them that you only got minimum damage, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's fair." They gave me shit for being so mean. I reminded them you guys were 2nd level. They are 7th level. And, while we were talking, you failed your perception, and here comes your encounter of the day, and then we just got playing. But seriously. Okay, so you are staying... Now, I believe you guys actually wanted to stay at the Crook's Nook, because you were... our goblin was working for Yasmira, and is hungry for those 50 silver pieces if... he, or you guys, or the long forgotten party of cameos, could find the missing rogues. Nargrim, did you ever report back to Yasmir going, search investigation still pending, or what did you do?
Nope, we never really got back to that. It kind of ended in with us at the bar, and I brought back Joe and Drew.
Okay.
Grogtot and Karam there, we had we kind of I left with the main party and I ran and said, hey, you guys come back with me. I don't think we ever really.
But did you check in with her and say, well, we found a boat with your markings and half the party is still following tracks and we're here to get paid, or was there any of that?
I didn't role play that in any scenario, but we can probably assume that I would have went back and said, hey, these guys will run us, and then went back to my buddies. Told her why I'm leaving that party and kind of going back with the regular group.
Oh yeah. No, you can say, even if you do it now, you just say I'll take care of that this morning. It doesn't mean I have to lock in.
Okay, then that's what we'll do. We'll do it this morning then.
Okay. Karam. Our mysterious quiet halfling investigator, a beast in battle, an opportunist, I would like to say, in battle, definitely holding your own. There's been some really interesting moments where a little dude with a little weapon has come through for the party. Now, you don't have the rivalry built up that our monk and our orc do, where they're like, my kill, that we've got all season, jokingly. I think the score is like 3-4 in the orc's favor. I'd have to get somebody to, if you have the time, ladies and gentlemen, if we wouldn't mind just listening back to the last 24 episodes and taking a head count of those special kills where Corey as the monk, robbed the party of the final kill, or our own guy Spieglier here, and send me a tally at rollmongers@gmail.com. I will give you a 1-month free subscription as if you were a VIP patron, i.e. you would get a gold point, a hero point to spend on this show in favor of the party or in favor of a bad guy. Check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollmongers for details. Go to the highest tier, I think it's $20, and know that you can have those benefits for free merely by, well, unfortunately, I know it sounds like work, listening back through the entire show and giving me a legitimate head count of those kills where Corey and the monk and our, the orc, throw in Nargrim, I'm sure he was helpful in there too. Give us a legitimate, accurate head count of like who's got the kills, what it is. And I am not joking. You send me this information and I will, give you the shout out you deserve for doing my work for me and give you a 1-month free subscription. So, without further ado, Karam, where are you from? Got any ideas? Any chance to build lore? Can I put you on the spot?
Sure. He came from Absalom.
Okay, so right next door.
Yep. He was primarily a bounty hunter, so he was kind of looking for people. That was kind of his niche, and he started coming over this way to Otari to look for some clues for some people, but then kind of ran into Nargrin.
You and like Dog got your own show. Dog's talking, and then the camera pans over, and you're not there, and then it pans down, and there you are talking about how you got the last guy. Hard to picture, but after watching you in battle, I believe it.
Yeah, I can imagine Otari is like a perfect place for a bounty hunter because there may not be a lot of work, but there's also not a lot of competition. So,
yeah, there you go. But now he's here in the wilds. This lovely little logging town. Does anyone have any social lore on the town itself? Does anyone have society? Sorry, I'm looking for a society check.
Yeah, I got Laura
okay.
Otari.
Okay, throw them in the chat. You guys, give me a society check. Let's talk about this lovely town that we've come to. Well, Karam. Well, I've put Drew on the spot for more background on his character.
Grogtot ruled a very poor society with an 11.
Okay.
A natural 20 for a total of 24.
Nice.
21 trained for a crop.
Yeah. Yeah, let's Nargrim, natural 20. I see that Nargrim is untrained in society. There's a difference in that, Kind of makes your 24 like a 14. I hate to say it, but it kind of does.
The cat knows stuff.
The cat knows. Yeah, Lucy ain't telling. Actually, I had a fan reach out and thought it was funny that, have you guys watched the cartoons Futurama, and then they have Enchantment?
Yep, Disenchantment. I was actually about to make that reference.
And they have Lucy the demon, and he's always going whoop every time he goes. And I do it for the cat, and like no one's caught this for like 10 episodes, and then somebody reached out going, "Hey, are you doing Lucy?" I'm like, "I am totally doing Lucy. Thank you for noticing."
Voiced by the amazing Eric Andre.
Yeah. And thank you, random listener, who unfortunately I forgot his name. The guy deserves a shout out. I forgot who sent me that. Oh, problem is, you check your mail through the week and then you get to the game like 5 days later. It's like, where did I put I was supposed to, sorry, apologies. So 11, 19, Kraga. 19's enough. Let's start with Kraga. Kraga, you know that there are not one, but 3 lumbering companies in this lumbering town. No one has an actual monopoly. Did you know that?
Yes.
Karam, with a 21 a bit better. You actually know that our appointed mayor, Osif Mannheims, is the proprietor, or owner, I guess you could say, of one of those 3 companies. Grogtot and an untrained Nargrim. This place sells wood. Yay.
So does the red light district, but it's not the same.
They accept wood. Well, I guess depending on your... Anyway. So back to Karam. Why did you come to Otari?
I was following a lead on one of my bounty hunters. And then I ran into, what was her name? It was the lady...
Rin?
Rin. Ran into Rin,
Yes.
who suggested that if I went to Nargrin, I could potentially find the person I'm looking for and get more details and stuff. And so it intrigued my interest enough that I decided to go with Nargrin.
Yes. He's got a crumpled up picture of an orc, but the crayon is so bad he can't tell if it's this orc that Nargrim hangs out with or some other orc. So, that paper remains a secret and crumpled. But seriously, poking a player, just saying where you're from, we didn't get into this when you guys were doing the cameos, and moving forward, assuming you guys survive, if you guys can clear the top level, because there's still the boathouse left, and now that we've actually got into chapter 2 without dying, we're actually going to start presenting a little background lore drops, some things. I know Spiegler's been rapidly hitting me up at work going, oh, my guy's from here, and did you know? And I'm like, okay, dude, we'll actually have Kraga lore, in the beginning I was, that kind of thing, to immerse you guys. I'm afraid that being excited that this is kind of strictly a dungeon crawl with a town to shake and bake you every time you guys come out and go back. You got to really get into scratching the walls to find out who was there. I mean, Nargrim's our expert on the Rose, I want to say Rose Parade.
Rose Guard.
Thank you. The Rose Guard, the famous party that defeated the last threat. But what was that threat? We skipped over. I've got my little gnome in episode 0 walking around, that subject. And he approaches Karam now. Always good to see another of the short folk, and he's been poking him with these questions that I've been asking. And then something catches his attention. Thank you very much. Would you sign this waiver? Gets you to pen something so he can use, spill the beans on you or whatever. Don't worry, you'll seem 10 times taller and much more epic when I'm done with you in my gazetteer for the papers. Thank you. And he, but hey, silver coin's a silver coin, right? Tell him your deepest, darkest secrets. He's barely around the corner, and out comes Kraga, who can Kraga write? Are you composing a ballad of your own history, or like the perfect guy for the gnome to talk to, and he comes out 5 minutes late, Pokeroo, and then I crossed the mountain, and what rhymes with mountain? Fountain. And then waded in the fountain. You're doing your own. You're doing your own biography, right? And the perfect guy puts you guys together, and they never meet, right? But look at the time. You guys had all managed to get patched up, run some errands in town, and you're all supposed to meet at the mayor's office, in 20 minutes. So rushing to that location, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch maps here. I usually like the bare bones map, to be honest, but for our podcast versus like video audience, to be able to see, like locations. I don't know. I don't think it's
helpful.
I don't think it's lazy. I think it's just kind of a good reference instead of going, this little brown building over here. Which one? This one? That one? What? That kind of thing. Chartel Manor? Dawnflower. I'm not sure where that guy lives. That's what
Probably
I get for
Churtle Manor or Enkelholtz Manor.
It was really bad because it's this is stuff in the lore here that
There's 3 manors.
Yeah. You want to name them all?
Is the 3 lumber owners?
Headless Manor.
Actually, Churtle Manor is one of the other lumber companies.
Yeah.
Churtle's Timber. And the company isn't doing very well, but they do have, their own manor because they're a company and, they've made money in the past, right? Inkelholtz Manor, the Whistletown Cutters, is a successful lumber company. So you've got one doing very well, one struggling, and then there's the mayor himself. He owns Mannheim's. I want to call him. He owns the third one. So near the Oteri garrison, I would guess near number 8, you would find.
Technically, like on the cliff
sorry,
above
number
it, I
3.
think.
Sorry,
Yeah.
number 3. Mannheim's Manor. Doy. Oh, I'll be okay. Number 3, a large cross-shaped building to the east, completely surrounded with. Actually, the 3 largest buildings on the map that have like trees around them, 15, 16, and 3, are the 3 manors, and they are the 3 companies. So suddenly, that just makes them pop right off the map here. You guys seeing this here? 3, 16, and 15. 2 in the west, 1 in the east. So where the big log flume comes down, you guys actually have to leave town, go up your little cliff hill, because remember, this thing is surrounded like on 3 sides by a cliff, and the whole town sits down at like sea level, right? You got to run up the north path, and instead of going west towards the pond and then the forest and then your dungeon, you go east and come around by the river, which uses the log flume, and there is a compound walled off, fenced off, and it's his manor, and guards let you guys in. You are served yummy tea, coffee, and lemon cakes in a parlor, waiting for a very, very busy mayor.
I'm like struggling to like try to pick up the cup with my huge hands.
I cram one of the lemon cakes in my mouth and grab like 3 more and put in my various pockets on my raiments, my robes that I'm wearing.
And I would like to note that I didn't actually have Ghost Sound prepared as a cantrip last week, apparently, so I couldn't have cast it to steal the kill from us.
I'm sorry, not steal the kill. You did more. I know you. You're more interested in your Let's not forget. Okay, as cute as he is, Troy Phillips owned a gaming shop. Owned a store that sold gaming shit. He's on another level from the rest of us. So I'm not falling for any of this. I couldn't have stole the kill and not get my discount.
That's goals, by the way. I've always wanted to own a gaming store.
That's a goal. Not in this economy.
Not how it's written to be.
Yeah, not in this economy, dude.
No.
Anyway. So, meeting the mayor himself up at Melheim's Manor. The family estate with his wife, Emelina, and their 5 children. Emelina and the servants chase after them as some of them curiously poke their head, in the open parlor door and giggle and run off. Or one of them's a teen and scoots them along apologetically and shuts the door so you have your privacy. Right at that point where Grog Todd is stuffing the 3rd cake in his pocket, this kid goes by just looking at you, his finger up his nose. What you do? You hold it out to him. Yeah. He goes to take a step in, then the teen appears and apologetically scoots him out like you were, like he was begging for it. Does anyone have any engineering? Does anyone have any interest, any skills in craft, I guess? Some craft checks. Anybody have any construction archetype, that type of thing?
crafting is my primary focus, but it is more intended to be alchemy. But considering how crafting works now, they don't have you specialize.
This skill still confuses me because you can take craft and you can specialize. You can say I have crafting in this and crafting in that, and yet in this situation, it's like everyone give me a craft check. Go ahead.
Okay.
Call him
A 12 trained Crumb.
18 trained Grogtot.
That's another natural 20, untrained for a 24.
What a waste! What a waste! This is why Joe's losing his shit. They're so precious, and he's blowing them all.
Yep. Just gonna go.
Wait, we're gonna be like.
I'm gonna go talk to my cat.
We're gonna be like round 4, and he's gonna have his produce flame right before he rolls. I'm like, give me a skill check. Troy's gonna like punch me in the face the next day at work. Sorry. So, can I have those numbers once again? Trained from Crom was what?
12.
12. Grogtot.
Grogtot was a 18 trained.
Okay. And Nargrim.
24 untrained.
And Kraga.
16. Untrained.
Okay. So best of the batch would obviously be Grogtot, 18. The style of this manor is a little bit dated, Grogtot. You can tell by the windows are lower than a more modern building. I'm not saying this thing's like a century building, but it's definitely probably one of the first or oldest buildings. I mean, it makes sense. Where it's located up on the hill. Rich guy comes, builds his manor, and then lords over a town. You know what I mean? If there's any bodies buried in this town in someone's basement, this would be the place. Just saying.
Well, I'm just saying that like this looks like money to me. So like I don't.
Best behave. Oh, so they can afford the loss of those extra lemon cakes, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I feel you. All right.
I can't.
Exactly. Poor guy.
Literally.
The waiting staff usher you into the parlor, and you guys do note that there is an entire wing, the actual west wing, which you think would give the best view of the town, has actually been closed for 2 generations. And they don't want to talk about it.
What seems dumb.
But one of the kids leaked this information to you and you're passing. A little DM trick. If you don't want to hold up a show too much and have them like go in the door you're greeted, they talk to the kid, talk to the whatever. It's great RP, but you're burning 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes as they move every square. This way, I've got them seated. I'm kind of backtracking, flashbacking to what they have experienced with a bit of a lore drop. It's a sticky trick. Some audiences don't appreciate it. Some DMs go, that's freaking brilliant. I'm going to lean on the GM side going, hey, time is precious and let's move on. While the manor has been the manor's been closed, the west wing has been closed for 2 generations. The eastern wing has been converted into a publicity accessible museum of Otari's history. And after you guys get some cakes and tea in you and get to see those kids, the waiting staff again appear, apologize, say the mayor has been delayed, power move, and asks if you would like to see the museum.
I would like to see more lemon cakes, please.
Right away, sir. And he goes off, and some maid appears and just starts following Grogtot with the tray.
Is there any tuna for my cat? Do I need some tuna on there one?
If you'd like some fresh fish for the little guy, sure. I don't know if they can guarantee tuna, but you know, whatever stocks, whatever stocks the waters.
How far is this museum? I don't really want to. I kind of want to just get this over with.
Completely bloated from too much shellfish. A greener than green as normal orc is, taking minimal effort to get into his chair. Now we have to move. He's bitching. He does not look very well. It's like all the fights, poison bites, and all the indulgence and meals are finally catching up with the big guy.
You look like you suffer from gout.
Says Grogtot. I gotta say, Davis, usually eating in a podcast is deadly, but I love what you're doing. I actually really like how you're... Here's my chance to have my dinner. He's pretending he's eating while actually sneaking in some real food.
I can hear the lemon tart.
Are you not eating? Because you got me sold.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
You
eating
just
at all.
Oh, okay. Dude, you get the Emmy, man. Because like I thought you were like, that's brilliant. I'm always bitching. You can drink, but don't eat on a podcast. I thought you were actually like, here's my chance to have a late dinner. My guy goes for the lemon cakes. Thank you, GM. Put food in front of me. Oh, that's good.
Grogpot is just cripplingly poor and grew up so every chance at fancy foods he takes.
Now, perhaps our last encounter has emboldened Grogtot. He seems a little bit more sociable, a little bit more forthcoming, and our orc seems not to like enjoy downtime because he eats too much and now he starts complaining.
Karam, can you just take everything down for me, and I'll get it all when I wake back up.
So it doesn't cost anything to get in there. I can take notes. I love notes.
Perfect.
Me
My
too.
little-
Okay.
I'm glad Narg brought you guys around.
Okay. It is what you would expect. There is a lot of reference to the Rose Guard. There is some reference to modern phone technology. So you walk past something and it bleeps at you and we all run away scared. There's a little sign on the museum that says turn off your phone. There's weapons, like this is the founding axe that felled the first tree, and like stuff like propaganda stuff, probably not, but like, oh yeah, here's the saw that we used to use before we invented a better one, and they have like ye old farmer saws, a lot of that stuff. It's a logging town. There's a small reference to what was here before Tari, but it's more like a painting. Some kobolds getting the shit beat out of them by an army, and there's something about blah blah blah, infestation, not a community as it actually was. I'm curious, would Nargrim find something like this racist or offensive? You're the closest thing we have to a real kobold, and even your people have only recently been uplifted to regular society channels in the last 10 years.
I wouldn't take an offense to it as the goblin. I would think he would think it's another race and doesn't really affect too much. More interested in the treasure and getting what Lucy wants to do done than taking offense to what they do to kobolds.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it's offensive. My character wouldn't, at least.
Okay, no, just curious. You being the closest thing to an actual, if not you, would turn to the half-orc, and if not, the hobgoblin, then the half-orc, then sharp. Damn, are there no straight, white, 40-year-old human males in this party? Damn! Where did they all go? Oh, that's right, modern gaming. All right, sorry, okay. Boring. Back to the murder hobo technical circus, shall we? So, a whole bunch of old, boring lumberjack shit spread on the walls, Anyway, Mems appears in office clothing, sort of a jacket thrown over well-made but very durable-looking clothing. I mean, this is a guy that would tour a lumberyard or go over there and get his hands a little dirty. He's not wearing like noble's fashion. You know what I'm saying? He's very well dressed, but the clothes also have a durability to them, so that he's not like a regular boss. He's a cool boss. Yeah. Tell by the boots. Check the footwear, right? Rugged boots, but he does cut a impressive, if not somewhat enlarged demeanor. Anyway.
No image?
No, actually. I was kind of skipping over that, but once again, thanks, Spieglier, for pointing that out. I do not have a picture of the mayor. Now, if you want to look one up and send it my way, probably do somewhere. Maybe it's in that other adventure. Thank you for waiting, he says, with an accent somewhat akin to the sheriff's. I hope I didn't keep you all too long.
The cakes really helped.
They're well deserved, from what I hear. Our garrison spoke highly of your bravery in aiding them in taking down the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Though I have had several disturbing reports about some grave desecration on your part. Some of the townsfolk's beloved ancestors.
I'll come back. I'll be back. Oh.
Don't mind him.
I'm sorry. Don't mind me.
The mayor like leans back out down the hallway, and the parlor door is open, and we hear him going off. Is your friend all right?
About as all right as can be.
Okay. So, I see you found our automated... He goes over and he shows you this device. He has no idea what it does, but it really annoyingly goes off at random intervals. That's why I put this sign up. Even I find it annoying.
Why is it here then?
It's part of our history.
Oh.
We had an expo here once, and it's sort of like a vision of the future. It's sort of like, it's to be attached to another type of device, and it's its alarm or warning system. For what type of portable device, I could not tell you, but it is impressive in itself, if so not somewhat annoying. I can't seem to make it mute or shut off, or all I can do is constantly relacquer the sign that says, please. Anyway. Will your friend be joining us? And he just sort of like leans down the hallway and calls to you, Grog. Will your friend be joining us? To the orc. No, he's so tired he's muted.
I'm just rubbing my eyes as I walk into the room.
Okay. The guy moves aside to let the large orc through the one door of the two that's open.
Sorry, excuse me.
So
Why don't we adjourn to my office then, eh? Come on, y'all. There'll be more refreshments on the way, he says, trying to like make nice with the pink dude.
You got a big couch in there?
Okay. Sure.
we might have a carpeted floor.
Distracted by Lucy that like jets past his legs, and he kind of does the math where his head jerks down and then looks at you guys like, okay, that must be your cat.
That's Lucy.
Sure enough, when we get to his office, the cat seems to have figured out which door it is and is patiently waiting by said door. Clever little fellow.
That's really weird.
Have you come through the museum before? Looking at you guys. Like,
I've never been here. Lucy,
Nope.
you been here before?
Nuh-uh.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Interesting.
he opens the door, and sure enough, this cat scoots right inside. Whoop, and pops up right on the mayor's chair.
Oh.
Anyway, does not pop up on the desk where there's all kinds of papers and baubles you think as a regular cat would. You just see, like, eyebrow whiskers and ears just over the edge of the desk level. You know, and there's that slight chair rotation because of the inertia of the cat hitting the chair sideways, and then the chair kind of spins a bit. Like CEO cat. Anyway, he politely holds the door open for the rest of you and lets you guys all issue yourselves in. There are two overstuffed chairs facing a desk, and there is a large divan facing a fireplace. The room is rectangular in shape. Trophies, rare woods, gifts, and furniture, all made from every type of tree imaginable, decorate the man's impressive office. Tapping the orc on the shoulder and pointing at the divan. Then he pulls you back a bit and grips your shoulder, not painfully, but firmly, and says, gently now, it's an antique.
In that case, I'm just going to use the floor. I just kind of sit down, like with my head down.
Lucy, no claws.
Carefully make sure my alchemical satchel is like secured and closed properly. Don't want any of this stuff to spill on the expense of everything.
Okay.
Hey, Carol, what do you see? Anything neat in here? I like this room.
It's pretty fascinating. A lot of history here.
I
have
want magical stuff.
You boys have a good eye. And he just starts pointing at certain furniture, parts of Absalom, parts of the world. Anyway, some of the stuff he points at, you can tell he can't prove it. He says, like, this bough supposedly came from the redwood of a, type of thing, like not necessarily out here. But obviously the man is interested in his business and is interested in wood and wood products, not only because he owns a lumber company, but this is sort of the spoils of said company in his office.
So while he's talking and explaining, I'm going to cast Detect Magic and kind of walk the room. Just to see if anything kind of pings an interest to me here. Because I Lucy ran into the room really quick, so I'm going to just say, hey, Lucy, you find anything interesting? I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
let it run to atoms.
Again, forgive me if I'm going against some tiny little paragraph that I've not yet found in this adventure, but no, I would say no. There is wealth, there's value, like cash value. That couch is probably go for this type of thing, but as far as anything like enchanted in his office, not necessary and not here. I mean, even the man doesn't wander the woods. He's got a town under his thumb. You don't even see magical items on him. That does not mean that there's not magical items for sale or for other ways of garnish in this town. But a quick radar sweep of the man's office, I would say very doubtful that you see anything popping out here. Now, more interested in Karam and yours eye, the man seems happy to sort of stand amongst you, flipping over one wall that's got some trophies on it that's caught Karam's eye, going towards his desk, is almost as if not willing to engage or challenge the cat for his own chair. Finally, he comes and sort of leans against the front of his own desk, ignoring the cat now gleefully spinning in said chair, and says, "So, to the matter at hand. Y'all have done Otari a great service, and as mayor, it's my obligation to thank you for your part in helping its citizens defend itself. But I'm afraid we're simple folk, lumberjacks, loggers, merchants. We are not explorers or adventurers. And so delving up towards the swamp," he says delicately, "is not something of our ilk. And I must impress upon you once more to do what I'm hoping the very thing you would come here for, from what I hear tell, in the first place, once again, and discover and put a stop to that dreaded gauntlet that has not shone upon this town in a recorded 500 years, and now twice in one night. You understand the situation I am in. Do you understand the situation? Do you people speak common, right? Besides the halfling? Not being racist, I'm just making sure.
You want us to go to the swamp, look for stuff, make sure it's okay, report back.
I want you specifically to disengage, disarm, destroy, or whatever you must that light from endangering my community. Our community.
So what's in it for us?
A businessman. To the point.
Well,
I admire that. I believe the city coffers, as long as you return with proof that it is, destroyed and it will not wreak havoc again, I'm willing to offer. Anyway, he goes to his desk and he scribbles down a number. And with this sudden movement, the cat, Lucy, puts two paws up on the desk and looks. He finds this curious. And as he writes down the number and just looks at the cat taking note, like it's cute, he goes to fold it up. And Lucy playfully or purposely puts a hand forward, like a little paw on the note, like as if to trap it, like it's a piece of fluff or something. And then surprises the mayor by shaking her little head, no. Like, not enough.
she's got a point.
I like your cat, Narg.
He just sort of looks at the kid, like does a double take, like he almost believed that the cat did what he thought it did, and then realizes this is just a cat, it's just playing with my paper, snatches a paper away from the cat, and turns and presents the sum to Nargrim, who he now believes is our sort of party treasurer, or what would you say, the our negotiator, since you're the guy that brought it up. What's in it for us? Right? Yes, no, maybe so.
I'll take it, open it up, turn to the group and say,
Well, what do we think? Lucy says it's not enough.
and while I don't mind doing this negotiation right in front of the mayor.
Now, keeping in mind that silver is the new gold, right? Gold is worth platinum in the old game. He offers you 50 gold per hero. So basically 50 or 500 silver each man in this room from the town treasury to return to Gauntlet Keep and see that it never shines on Otari ever again.
gonna pat my pocket, which has very few silver coins, and maybe.
Does someone say 50 gold?
No.
He just makes a face at you like you're not supposed to say it out loud.
Hold on. Did you just hear letters on paper?
No, I think it's 10 for you.
Spieglier's kind of new at RPGs. He's used to like the video game sense. So you gotta.
For some reason,
you gotta lean into his brilliant role playing moments that he has from time to time, and ignore things like when he blatantly calls attention to stuff that I screw up, or when he just metas. It's part of his charm.
Oh, totally leaning in. I've never seen that much coin in my life.
Still have it. It's on paper. Still have it. This is a piece of paper.
Things you'll find in this world. So you guys think it's enough?
I do. Yes.
No, hey, well, I think we should ask him to give us some stuff to help us out while we're fighting.
Oh, also, does that include Lucy? Does Lucy get a share? I think that's only fair. Lucy's our negotiator.
That's a good point.
Who's Lucy? Oh, are you Lucy? Pointing at the goblin.
No, Lucy's the cat. I just follow what she says. Lucy's the leader.
Are you trying to hustle me? He looks at the cat. No. A familiar I've heard of, a companion, but I'm offering this per hero.
She's a hero. She lets me do magic.
We could all chip in a little extra money of our own share so Lucy can have their own share.
That's a great idea. Knowing that it'll all go to me.
I'm sorry, did Grodtot say that you guys would work it out amongst yourselves, or are you still trying to hustle our mayor?
No, Grogtot is offering to sacrifice a little of his own share so Lucy can get a share.
Settle then. You'll work this out amongst yourselves. So, if I'm counting for... Now, if you guys... like, the dwarf's not here, right?
Currently, no.
And assuming he's going to help in some fashion. Right?
We do have another member here who's...
it's kind of like... like if 12 guys bruised and battered walk out of I'm not talking about actors that you pay the night before going just walk with us to the mayor's office, stand outside the window and wave when we signal you, and you guys walk away $2,000. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like back and forth forays, and the town sees these heroes with you, and like that kind of thing, right? Like if our dust walking elf champion, our elven courier, our 5-minute Tengu, our Ratfolk Oracle, or whatever, returned and did like an entire level, or, you guys in and out with this person, then yeah, he would add them into the bill, sure. Or, other cameo forthcoming. But on paper, it stands 50 gold per hero, and you can, try to hold them to that when this is done.
Mm-hmm. Well, that seems very fair. An honest amount of coin for an honest job.
Considering you guys were going to go muck around there anyway, I mean, right?
I just want to let you know that anything we find during this endeavor is ours to keep.
Well, certainly. The brave, the terrors, the abominations, and everything you guys find that is in the swamp, beyond the city limits, is yours to keep. Anything in this town... Well, that's considered robbery, sir.
Well, what if we find it on a bad person? Can we take it?
I am not giving you permission to do anything besides pillage that ruin.
Everything
else is off the table.
What are your quarterly projections for the lumber company? I might want a stake in it.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. If you'd like to, instead of taking your 50 gold, invest in my company,
I'm gonna go sleep on the couch.
He takes the orc and just takes him, to another corner and pulls down the proverbial board, that right, and just that's it. The two of them are lost, and
You never expected the orc was a
venture capitalist.
Yeah.
Oh no. That his speech that he heard from a bard somewhere. It's like, say if you ever get in trouble with someone that's talking business, just say quarterly and stuff, and they'll be impressed. He walks now. He's completely lost. He's like, is this a jagged red mountain that we climb with numbers on it? These elevations? Like, what the hell am I looking at here? It's a chart, right?
What were you gonna say, Joe?
Oh no, it's good. What I was going to be like, do you just have a flyer? That would be more efficient. That way we can start working on the trouble that your town has. Maybe plan a business lunch after we go to the swamp a little bit.
Anyway, he quickly finishes his sentence, patting the orc on the back, like "you and me, buddy," later type of thing. Of course, gentlemen, of course. Yeah. The town is in. I forget myself. The town is in dire need of your services. If you need to resupply, you guys can take supplies out of that 50 gold. So if you guys go, you know what, we need armor, then they'll just remove it from the 50 gold. If we need,
is he gonna send like his little assistant with us to like tally it up?
Well, I'm sure like he's gonna put word out to the town that you guys like have credit. But you need to prove you need it. Like if you got perfectly good armor and they're like, I want full plate for everyone. They're like, no, but if you're like, this place is really dangerous. My sword sucks. All I have is a apocalypse bat that the GM is calling a morning star. Give me a real battle axe. They're like, sure. And they'll credit to you, kind of thing. They'll come out of your money. And that, Mr. Phillips, not written in the adventure, is your appreciation discount. Because we're still going to charge you through the nose for healing.
We'll take it.
So, you guys go on your way?
Yes.
March back up into the hills? This very day?
I mean, I'm all
prepped
and good to go. I think so. Do you guys want to go adventuring? Check out
what kind of helpful stuff do we have? Do we have healing potions and stuff? Do you want to take a quick inventory to make sure we're not going to be?
I want to see something here. Here, jump on my arms. I'm gonna see if I can carry all three of you up to the gauntlet.
I'm almost your size.
Okay.
Probably
so I'll jump on your back.
Yeah.
I'll backpack him.
That's 1 point of exhaustion for Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to take there actually is like fatigue, exhaustion. You want to take on these by the time you get there. It's fine with me. How do I get rid of these penalties? He falls asleep again. I think he's trying to work off those bloated pounds I stuck on him in the beginning of the adventure. You guys track down our dwarven monk. Tell him the good news.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. We should confer, finish breakfast. I'll bring him some of the lemon cakes in my pockets.
Okay. In the words of Corey Chiasson, I believe, since we have no idea if that light will shine in our absence, I will remain in the town for now. Not only helping the temple and furthering my own studies, but so that they have a forward line of defense against such creatures. But I'll stay in contact with you gentlemen and return to the party soon.
Cool. I'll leave him like 2 lemon cakes and gently pat them.
Okay.
You guys ready to go gauntlet?
He puts them in his beard. Like his hands disappear into his beard, not his mouth. And when his hands come out, they're gone.
I just give him a banana for the monkey.
Facial hair of holding.
His eyes go wide, and then he covers it up like he wasn't excited and discreetly takes the banana from you, puts it in his pocket. Yeah, Corey's going to get shit for doing that one.
Wait till he finds out it's only 40 gold a person.
Yes. So, with our yeah, he got 10 gold each. Isn't that great? And you guys are all up 10. We all get 60. Yeah, sure. Don't forget the cat. Corey said, I don't know, Corey. I mean, the cat was there for episode 20 through 30, and you're only there between episode 30 and 40, so I think the cat gets half your share. I mean, that's fair, right? You guys want to hustle Corey, go ahead. Just remember,
you can have a fair share this time.
Pound for pound, he can match the orc in battle, so keep that in mind.
All I'm saying is it's like a player rule. You don't hustle the party, you hustle NPCs. They have an infinite supply of coin.
Yes, and when the laughing stops, there's sort of a living campaign that I like to try to do. It's like, yeah, you had your fun, because you got to come back to town. This isn't the murder hobo thing where you guys like show up, cause trouble, clear a dungeon, and move on. Going, well, we'll never see that state again. No, you guys are like, what do you mean no boat will take us to the next island? You got the party's been embargoed or something. Anyway, you guys head back up, and the monk has the keys to the lower levels that he's not willing to give up just yet. If you guys want to scout around the boathouse, you guys want to scout around the stairs and poke at the second level. But he insists that anything you guys would need him and the keys for, you will probably need him and his party, and to avoid those areas or door.
Carol and Tater Tot, do you remember we were trying to find those guys by the boathouse? I don't think we ever did.
I was going to recommend
other
that
friends?
we need to go look for those lost guards and stuff.
Yeah, we never found those guys, and our other friends, I don't know where they disappeared to. Maybe we'll find all of them. Maybe they'll have magic items.
Maybe.
One of them was a magic item. Remember the skull?
Oh, there was a bone horse. Yeah, I want that.
No, Argo,
Gives on the bone horse.
I know the only thing you're looking for is more arms for that collection.
It's a bone horse, man. You should see this thing.
It's so cool.
I could ride that sucker all the way here and back again.
Shout out to Dot and thank her again for her cameo, but she'd freak out if you guys found a little tear of a black robe and one bony hand. Oh no, implying that something had happened. Anyway,
mashed potatoes laying around it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I would then create flower wreaths every day in memory.
There you go. So a bit of a trot, a hop, a skip, and a jump. And we're going to place you boys, shall we say, at the proverbial door. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Which proverbial door? The one before the drawbridge, or the one to the boathouse at the back where we've kind of been able to get to before?
Well, pretty much right where you left your other party, as you guys went all the way around. Nargrim and Karam and Grogtot have all been, 3 guys have all been to this area. That's more than enough to safely, get to where you want to be. So behind you, to the north, you guys checked out the boathouse, but you haven't checked out the island that has another structure on it.
All right, guys. Stay close behind me.
Hey.
No problem.
Well, actually,
hold on.
Wait.
Saga, let's let the light guys go across the bridge first, because I don't want you to break it.
Wow.
You too, Grogtot. Drew. Karen, let's go.
You guys are so rude.
Yeah, but we're light. And we've already broken lots of bridges and fallen through lots of floors. So
Well,
Karen and I are going across.
your rude words carry a lot of weight.
Lucy, tell him we're sorry.
Cat just shrugs at you.
We go halfway.
It's almost like he listens and he cares.
Well, I'm going to go all the way. Lucy would agree.
I recommend you guys only go one at a time. When we tried to come into this place originally, me and the dwarf went on the bridge at the same time, and we crashed into the water. But that gave me my first glorious kill against a frog beast, so win-win.
Pretty sure I killed the frog.
In front of you, a low wooden bridge spans the watery gap between the larger island and a smaller one. A single-story building sits amid the thick reeds growing on the smaller item. What do you do?
I pout and wait for the smaller characters to cross, as I was told.
I'm across the bridge.
Okay.
Lucy, let's go.
Okay.
I will
Goblet.
start to cross.
Yep. Zips across. Halfling takes his time.
We made it.
I'm across.
Okay.
Want to place bets? Who's going to fall in first?
Maybe Tater Tot should go first.
Ouch.
You think he'll fall in, or you think he'll make it? 1 copper coin says he falls in.
Just
I'm gonna-
hurry up and get over there.
I'm going to go ahead and cross the bridge, I guess.
No problems.
Okay, I'm gonna cross it now too.
Okay.
5 copper coins.
As if on
No, I'm
cue,
joking.
perhaps too many lobsters, he gets halfway across and sure enough falls straight through the bridge and is now floundering in the water under the bridge is our orc. And all of his gear and his weight, his massive, muscular, impressive, plus lobster tummy weight goes crashing and splashing. Can I have an athletics check, please?
Nat 2.
Okay. Drowned. He just disappears in the water. Again.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Another one?
I knew it. I knew
Sinks to
it.
the bottom. 22. Okay. So, like the Highlander, okay, first he disappears under the water and doesn't like, you know how you kind of break your fall at the top of a deep water and kind of flounder around? He just disappears. And then, like, we're all holding our breath, like, holy crap. And then, like the Highlander, he just starts coming out, like, there's just the tusks and the nose, and then the head tilts forward, and he just comes completely soaking wet, dragging all kinds of moss and reeds, looking like some kind of shambling mound. Comes out of the water.
Now.
No one says a word, dude, except the cat just, like, flicks a copper at her master.
I knew it. I knew it.
Were you able to do that by pure rage alone?
I shake my head, and a little bit of the muck comes off my face, and all you can see is the red glow of my eye.
I'll tell Kraga, close your eyes. And I'll cast prestidigitation on him and
Okay.
get rid of all the crap.
So
clean him up a bit.
he
Probably cleaner than he's ever been in his life.
He closes his eyes, and this is why. He holds up the cat, turns cat around the back end, cranks the tail, and like a hairdryer, this hot, pungent air blow dries the orc. You know, first he's into it, you know, like smiling, and he's getting clean, and then he kind of wrinkles his nose at the smell, and then, you know, puts the cat down. Cat pays him another quarter. And then, you know, you're all nice and dry. Clean. Smell kind of funny, but you're all good. And we move
Now
on.
who doesn't like magic?
Dude, if you did that in town, kids would line up to be your apprentice. Check out what he did to the cat. He turned it into a hairdryer. I want to go, you know. And now with that, the cat's like staggering around, thin as hell. Oh God, what the hell, dude? This ain't worth the money. All right. Enough fun.
All right, I stomp over to the door, and I'll be like, this better be worth it. And I open it up.
Okay.
When you're adventuring with friends, it's always worth it.
That was totally worth it. What I just did to you was totally worth it for me. Rips open one of the double doors on the corner, but not on the end of this building. I would say this entire building is kind of key-shaped, and then take the key and bend the tail to the right 90 degrees. So
That's a good description.
At the other end, where they haven't gone in, you have a big octagonal room. Then you have sort of a rectangular hall that goes up and is bent 90 degrees to the right. Then we have another room that comes along with two small doors, which you see now, and two rooms being like the key's teeth. And then the end of this tail with two doors that you're coming up in from the bottom, like on the teeth side, but the head of it sets back like, what do you call it, the like a bay window? You know, like
Nice.
the walls push back with angles, right?
Yep.
Okay. So with that monstrosity in your head, this study features several bookshelves, a desk, and two chairs. The books and objects lie here in disarray with torn pages strewn haphazardly across the room.
I will step in and make a perception check.
Okay. Drop it in the tower for me.
Oh.
Because you're not allowed to see them, remember?
I gotta move my map. I can't see the tower. Where's the tower?
Okay. So while he's investigating, looking all around, what are you guys doing out here?
I'm gonna follow him in and start looking for signs of those guards.
There is no
What do
tower.
you think, Drew? Do you want to kind of walk around the outside? Or do you want to go in with these guys?
Do you have to turn it on, Jeff?
I don't want to go into the muck. I think I want to go inside.
The tower?
Okay.
Oh, do I not have a tower up for you?
Mike,
It's where all the dice rolls have been going on.
Oh.
I don't see a tower.
No,
either.
actually, yeah. It looks like my tower's disappeared. Huh. Okay, that's right. What's your bonus? What's your plus without rolling?
Where did my character sheet? +6.
Because I actually have some green, not official Abomination. I'd like to buy that set. Still waiting for them to drop it. I buy a set of dice for every show that we have. Okay. Scanning the room, there's a lot of disarray for you to pick out small details. If something is hiding in here, it would certainly be like not even as big as the halfling if it's a creature. This place smells like must, and it's moldy because it's like right on the water. You have the fog coming in. Like the place has a horrid damp smell that you just let loose to the open air. Not toxic though. You don't, gentle. Alchemist? Can I have a alchemy or occult roll?
There's same bonus, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll crafting, which is my alchemy skill.
Sure.
I'm gonna equip my maul and just walk a bit down the hallway and just be like, you guys check for anything useful here. I'll stand guard.
13.
Okay. As far as you can tell, and by the way, good move on pulling your weapon pre-battle because it'll make you guys all burn actions to pull them out. Because there never is I had my weapon out the whole time, because when you're exploring, you need 2 hands, 2 feet to grab something, to interact with whatever, whether it's your weapon, like to walk around with a sword in your hand all the time, just makes your arm tired. So default setting for you guys, until otherwise stated, is usually weapons away, so that you could grab anything you want, with possibly the exception of a bow. So our little crossbow dude.
Me?
If you want to, no, the Karam. If Karam wanted to walk around with the crossbow out, maybe not loaded, but out, I could totally see that. You know what I mean? You do not want to walk around with a hair trigger loaded. Oh, sorry. Because if you fell, the thing goes off in somebody's face, right? But no, just something I thought I would clear up while I'm... There's our dice tower.
There it is.
Yay.
I don't think I'll be walking around with a weapon in my hand. I want to have both hands free to look and feel.
My weapon walks around by itself. Right, Lucy?
Damn straight, player.
You're Lucy's weapon.
Pretty much it.
I'll have to go back and redub Lucy as get my wife to do all the Lucy lines. That would be pretty good instead of my impression. So by time Crag is has a sniff, gets the fire in the room, pulls a weapon, our alchemist is investigating, takes a moment. Karam steps in. Nargrim is hesitant. You guys do hear something. It's like the wind kicks up, but not from outside. From inside. And from everywhere, as if the furniture itself were alive. Drawers tremble. They don't open, but they tremble. And as if all the furniture's talking to you. Deep, booming voice. Beware! I am Wispy Ghost. My name is Spooky Wisp. Be gone! Throw down all your valuables and then be gone! Tremble at my might and magic and then be gone after you throw down valuables.
A lot of things you want us to do before being gone.
If you don't mind, I mean, fear me! The wind blows around. And can I have an occult and arcana from those that know?
Mm-hmm.
Do we drop it in the regular roll?
Yeah, it's fine. You can call it out for...
23 occult for Grogtot.
Of course, I'm trained in this and I get a natural 2.
Come out and make me!
I'm also trained.
Green 12 for Karam.
As a 10
I'm going to make
total.
a intimidation check. So
Okay.
7 plus 4.
Okay. To,
I'm just yelling back at the voice. Come out and make me.
okay. And sorry, what'd you guys get? The rolls?
A 10 trained total, which is a natural 2.
23 trained for Grogtot.
12 trained for Karam.
Chrome, that's some seriously bad acting. Ghosts don't make on-the-spot demands. Grogtot, obviously some minor spell and trickery is at work here. Because poltergeists, ghosts, and things to your knowledge, the magic they use, the temperature drops, and then this, and you know what I mean? It does look like a sort of a parlor trick. But you wouldn't be surprised if actual magic is being used here. Nargrim.
Hey, Lucy, is there a ghost? I'm freaking terrified here.
Yeah.
What's going on?
The cat's hair's on end. It backs towards you, leans against your heel, protect me. I've always loved you.
Friend,
Lucy, can you detect some magic for me? I'm worried.
friend, wherever you are, We've just dealt with dead things yesterday. You don't seem like a dead thing.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tabletop. This is scary. There was wind. There was voices.
Okay.
I'm gonna go stand outside. I'm gonna go back to the door and stand outside the door again.
But you didn't do anything that he said to do before going.
I don't have any valuables. I'm broke.
Out from the
I have an
chair.
arm. I throw a fey arm inside.
Okay. Out from the chair. Yeah, it hits the chair in the center of the room and like suddenly disturbed, like it's being attacked. This tiny little creature pops out.
Oh.
And I'm just going to show him here. Where are we? Da-da-da. Where did you go? Huh. Strange. Oh, there he is. Ooh.
Ugh.
Look at
Surfer fey.
Let's start with, it looks like a toddler, especially because of the curly gold hair, but it's got like goblin-like elven ears, jet black eyes with no pupils, a tiny, like a big head and a tiny little pot belly, and human hands and fingers doing the woo, like the face is actually going woo, right? Some sort of feathers around its neck, and like a literal grass skirt.
Looks like be like, bro, totally drop your stuff, yo. Looks like a surfer fey dude.
I know.
The blonde curly hair. Totally
Okay.
drop your stuff, man, and get out of this gnarly place.
You know who my dad is? Do you know who my dad is?
It's like a mix between a toddler, an elf, and an alien.
Yeah, I was thinking gray.
Now, I had a voice picked out, but I like your idea better, so I'll go with that. So out comes this little dude, right? And what was the last thing you said? Because there was something somebody said that sparked him into action. The orc was like, come on out and make me. And you guys are throwing stuff at my little hideout, and you guys are, skeptical, not looking very scared about what's going on. And then Nargrim leaves. And Grogtok gives him shit like, you didn't do what he said, right? And out comes this little, like you said, alien baby surfer Hawaiian dude and comes out from behind this little chair and goes, Cha, I said put it all down before you leave. You don't understand perfect English? Oh. And we're all staring at this little dude.
You just hear from the door.
You make it think like we actually have anything.
From back outside.
I've got nothing to give.
How dare you entreat upon my lair, yo? I
Where
won't
is your
stand
from?
for it. I won't.
It starts stamping its little foot.
Dude.
Hey, crap.
Oh.
No, sorry.
Oh
I'm
my-
gonna... Go ahead. Never mind.
Oh my God, you're so precious.
It just it takes a step back from Grod to touch. Looking at you.
Lemon cake?
Yeah. Nargrim, I'm going to go with you on the we are scared. You guys stepped out. Give these guys a minute to process before you teleport back in and dominate the conversation.
Yep. No, I'm fine. Go outside.
Okay,
I'll stay out there for a bit.
Okay.
What do you call
see
yourself,
what's going
little
on.
weirdo? What do you call yourself?
I'm Tabletop. I'm Spooky Wisp. I'm the Spooky Wisp. I'm very scary, yo. Dude, I scared everybody off this island. Now, drop your valuable thing. Go. Especially the shinies. I really like the shinies.
Would you like a lemon cake?
You hold it out?
Yeah.
Okay. There's that proverbial squirrel. Sniff, sniff. Snatch. Stuff in his face. The eyes roll back in his head. Takes a moment to enjoy.
Now listen here, Tanglytop. I don't care how long you've been here, but we've got a mission. We've got to take care of whatever the hell is down in the bottom of this stupid ruin. And if you can help us or give us any information on what to do and how to complete that goal, then we will leave you alone. You understand?
Yes. Yes, you should help, Spooky Wisp. You should help me. In these gates beyond,
He points at like a simple door.
there is a terrible, terrible creature, yo. And it's guarding the shiny. And I wants it. You'll know it when you see it. And it's sparkling. It's a glowing tube that I want. Want, yo.
Sorry. Trying to hold this shit together.
You bring me the shiny, defeat the terrible creature, and I will tell you all I know of my realm and beyond.
Probably
Dude,
some sick hair gel.
I may use a little product, I admit.
Good nuts if smell is. Okay.
All right. What do you guys think? You think he's telling the truth? And there's something down there guarding whatever this shiny thing is.
Is it
I
safe to
think-
come back in?
Oh, yeah, it's perfectly safe. Come in.
Are you sure? The ghost is
Yeah.
gone?
Well, there wasn't a ghost to begin with, but yes.
I heard a ghost.
You heard someone talking.
Okay. I'll come in.
This is our bro Tangletop.
Oh. You're weird. I don't like
Bro?
you.
Bro? I'm not your bro. Goblin! Stinking, filthy goblin!
And he just starts puffing himself up and trying to look. He doesn't
Dude.
attack Nargrim, but he obviously doesn't seem to like the little guy. And he's just
Oh.
puffing himself up.
Are you a fey creature? And I pull at one of the arms. I love fey creatures.
No.
He puts his arms behind his back and he jumps behind the couch. Sorry, jumps onto the chair.
How dare you threaten my person on my personal beach, in my personal space? And
I said
my
I
person-
like you. You guys are awesome. These arms are great.
I am not
That's all.
interested. I will not add to your collection of dismemberment, yo.
You're lost.
So there's a monster beyond the doors with a tube of something you need.
Yes, shiny. Beat the goblin before you. Have it feast upon the goblin's bones, and it will reveal itself. They make good bait.
Anyway, he's acting like a cat that you go into the house, you know what I mean? Like the cat doesn't leave the room, but it goes to the corner, it hisses and spits and, acts all pissy or whatever. He doesn't attack the goblin, but he obviously doesn't like him very much. Anyway, and now he has a plan how you can use him as your, you know how hunters use beaters? They beat the bushes and the tiger come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's basically saying the goblin would make great bait or cannon fodder for this thing.
I was just gonna say hey Karen, what do you think of that plan? Is using Narg as bait a good it's probably a good tactic if it comes down
the
to
goblin to the beast, yo. Bring me the shiny, and I will tell you all I know of my domain, dudes.
Why are you
You're only
being
a short person here, but
why are you being rude? Why are you being rude to my goblin friend? I'm just a big goblin over here.
You're not goblin. You're pink. Goblins are green.
Well,
I have a book.
and he jumps under it, he pulls out this book on it's like a 5-year-old's telling of races. You know, it's like
Faze can't read.
and then the Rose Guard beat the goblins and all the nasty kobold. Like, no, seriously, he pulls out this freaking storybook of Otari that you would give to a little kid, going, "Look, honey, you're in the proud logging town of Otari," and it's like, yeah, seriously, he pulls it out, flips to a page.
See? Green kobolds, green goblins, they're the enemy. The
You
mighty,
know
stupid
that-
human Rose Guard banished them all, and now the realm is mine. It's my domain. Now about that shiny. TikTok.
Watches don't exist. What are you pointing your wrist for?
Hey, I appreciate the role play, but I don't have to explain my prejudice or personal choices to you.
wow. Maybe we'll just keep the shiny.
Wait, okay. Wait.
Okay. Oh, great. Now I'm Joe Pesci. Slowly pulling his fingers through his hair and
Think I'm
pulling
funny,
on-
like a
There's-
goblin funny?
There's a
on-
Jersey Beach.
Am I a goblin to you?
Do I look like a goblin to you? You think this is funny? Look,
Kinda.
Look, dudes. Here's the deal. The beast needs to be distracted. I merely suggested the mighty goblin would get its interest. And you,
goblin wannabe. You know, you in this day and age, I don't care what your pronoun is or whatever. You can be anything you want. You want to be a pig fire truck? I don't care. Go be a goblin with the other real goblin and lure out the terrible beast. And you, the big orc, you're impressive. He says, like looking at him for the first time. Like you're like way
a
down
mighty
the
specimen.
Well, he like ran down the hall, right? And he starts yelling, and it brought me out, and I just see the three of you guys in front of me. It's like he never even bothered turning, right? He sees the orc for the first time, and you know, you are the boot squad. You know, oh shit.
Hey, Tangletop, right? That's
Yeah, we'll go with that.
all right. Is there anything inside this building here, your little house, that could help us fight this beast in the basement?
He looks at your gear and looks it around and goes, I'm pretty sure those pointy weapons will be more effective than you throwing my couch at it, but no, I don't. No. If I had something here that could do something about it, I would have done so, because I am the mighty Spooky Wisp. Fear my powers. It seems immune to my great magics, but with your warriors, and of course a reasonable, unethical goblin sacrifice, then you dudes shall prevail. And he gives you like the Spicoli fingers, you know. Yeah, rock on.
Why are we using me as bait when I'm powerful? And I'll do a little produce flame and just kind of hold it in my hand. When you don't do anything, we can throw you in there. You just said your magic's useless, so why am I the bait when you can't do anything? If you die, that's okay.
If I die, you don't learn shit. See? Goblins are stupid. I have what you want. You can go get something that I want. It's quid pro quo.
You have a book. If you're dead, we have the book.
Let me ask you something. Are you able to make yourself invisible?
Sure.
Me?
Watch. He flips off the couch, holding the actual cushion over his head, and just stands in front of the couch, holding it over his head so she can't see him. Ta-da!
Can you tell us what this monster looks like?
That's important information.
Good question.
Okay. He described something to you as far as monsters go, makes no sense. But its weapon is a terrible beak.
So it's not a flying hairball like last time.
So it's a bird.
Birds.
It flaps. Its terrible beak will pierce even the most mightiest orc, or obviously goblin skull dudes. It is to be
God, if
feared.
it's just like a crow, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm not telling.
Chicken would be good eating.
Let's go deal with this thing then.
Didn't we have a bird friend?
Hey,
Where
you.
does he go?
I'm talking to the adults. So, big guy, pink guy, and
He's like suddenly discovers Crom's hair. You know, there's that.
Crom.
You know, he sees Crom's hair. His epic locks of like is distracted for a moment.
we'll talk later.
What product do you use, dude? Go forth, and when you return with my shiny prize, as promised, I will enlighten you, looking directly at the goblin, with all of my superior knowledges of my realm. Now
Understood.
go, with my blessing, before I run out of roleplay things to say, and my script ended like 2 pages ago.
Is there any gold or silver in this building before you leave?
He just looks at you funny.
He said that the thing has something shiny that he wants.
Yeah, like anybody that defaults to the word, shiny is probably...
Wait a minute. You said you scared off other people beforehand. Those could have been our friends. We're kind of looking for them. Did they disappear? Did you feed them to the bird?
What do your friends look like?
I don't know. Do you see all of us the same? Are we just big and small?
No, I'm pretty sure I've established my prejudice against goblinoids.
That's fair. That's fair.
Me. They were all tall, kind of guards, dressed like adventurers.
His eyes widen. He actually gives it thought, but nope. I haven't seen anybody in here in a while. The timeline doesn't like his idea of concept of time is a little bit distorted to yours, but you're pretty sure that the last something that came and rattled on the door and he made woos and they ran off is probably not like your fearsome bone daddy summon party.
Well, I was thinking the guards that they were going to look for. We were going to look for those original adventuring party.
Oh,
with
the
that party.
rogues.
Yeah,
we're looking for 4 generic humans all in brown leather. I know, not to be prejudiced, but they're all kind of stereotypical. Have you seen guys like that? Nope.
Okay.
Rude.
I'm gonna get
then
so
I
much shit
guess-
for what I've said in this episode. I just know it.
Let's go kill this chicken then.
Yeah, I've had about enough of Tanglehead that I
I
can.
wonder if
Punch.
it's like an ultra mega chicken.
All right. So you guys just start ripping open doors?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we go back.
I'm at the back of the pack.
He's
got my sword.
He's pointing at the double doors at the end, but you guys are free to open whatever door you want.
I would say, I mean, if you pointed there, I would say start there.
Okay.
Yeah, Crumb's gonna take out his sword.
Now,
Actually-
I love using Devon Knight minis, but for once I purposely did not change Tangle's mini because the headshot of look at this, like that's
It's
so awesome.
perfect.
That's so awesome.
That's good.
It's like, "Wah." All right.
Or are we going through this building?
Yep, like to the double doors.
Okay. I'll go open it.
Okay. Step inside. You see a series of 4 tall paintings hang on the northwestern wall of this hallway. Although layers of mold and decay have severely damaged them, the paintings are 5 feet tall, have sustained irreparable damage from over time due to moisture dripping down from leaks in the roof above, and several portraits are depicted in them. It's like well, come on and see, Mr. Scaredy Cat. Go forth into the hall of generic stereotypical human Antheth 3 dudes.
So I'm gonna walk into the hall and like stroke my chin, looking at each of the posters, like, yes, I appreciate art like a rich person.
Okay. So the goblin rolls up on the first painting, which happens to be the city of Absalom in flames with ghosts rising from the streets. It bears a bronze plaque that reads, "So shall the fool suffer." And he's sitting there stroking his beard going, "I appreciate art like a rich person." That's awesome.
Yes. I believe this is what the kids are calling this day's metal.
Yes, the devouring of the common folk. Us rich people don't like them.
Metal. That's so good. The second portrait appears to, if you're not mistaken, because you guys sort of like have come at this place at a couple different angles, or at least from a distance, it appears to be Candlelight Keep as it appeared before the upper floors collapsed. Its lighthouse emitting a pale blue light in which ghostly faces sneer and grimace. Its bronze plaque reads, "Let the light shine forever." And these are written in common. The third portrait is now shredded. What it once depicted is really difficult to say. You don't know if there's just a lot of black and gray or brown used in this portrait of a person or whatever it was, or if it's just faded and destroyed. But its plaque is intact, and it says, "The Artist at Work."
He wasn't into self-portraits.
Our fourth and final portrait depicts a smirking woman dressed in a long green gown, an image of... This woman looks familiar. The plaque reads, "The Lady of the Light." Someone also scribbled something into the woodwork. Does anyone speak Aklo? AKLO. Anyone speak Aklo?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have comprehend languages?
Nope.
Crom, do you care to take that down, take a little etching, have it deciphered later?
Oh, yeah. I'll
Okay.
take out my notepad and do a little sketch of it.
Copy it the best you can.
Nope.
Rose Guard lore. Nargrim.
That's me.
Let's have some.
All right, let's see what we got here. Well, I'm
Let's
trained
down.
in this, so it's going to be a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, roll low. Don't let us down.
Oh, 14 plus 8. That's not so bad. That's 22.
22. I repeat, the fourth and final portrait depicts a smirking woman dressed in a long green gown. You believe to be an image of Belcora herself. This is the woman the Rose Guard fought and defeated at the cost of the rogue whose name was Otari, and the town was named after. And we will see you all next time.